If you think unidentified flying objects, unidentified aerial phenomena, UFOs or UAPs are a modern occurrence, think again. There have been reported sightings of this nature for thousands of years, including celestial events painted on walls of caves. While many of these occurrences can be explained by astronomy as asteroids, eclipses, the northern lights, and other celestial objects, there exist accounts which to this day cannot be easily explained. So, what did these medieval people actually see? Fortunately, at a time when modern technology was still centuries into the future, we have physical representations for a few of these events. Contained in the beautiful artistry of certain medieval illustrations and paintings are unidentified flying objects that defy conclusive explanation. In fact, these depictions are creating great controversy, challenging viewers to notice and wonder. We shall present 4 remarkable occurrences and depictions which will make you question if UFOs were witnessed in medieval times. Nuremberg, modern-day Germany, April 14, 1561. At sunrise in this city of the Holy Roman Empire, the first of 2 similar and astounding accounts of widespread European UFO sightings occurred. During this particular mass sighting, witnesses report hundreds of celestial objects shaped like cylinders and spheres engaged in aerial combat from out of the sun. Another astounding feature were blood-red streaks in the sky above these city residents. Suddenly, at the height of battle, one large black triangle reportedly fell from the sky, smashing to the ground in an area just outside of Nuremberg. This was followed by other spheres smashing into the ground below, creating clouds of smoke. Here is a partial translated description from a broadsheet at that time. These all started to fight among themselves, so that the globes, which were first in the sun, flew out to the ones standing on both sides. Thereafter the globes standing outside the sun, in the small and large rods, flew into the sun. Besides, the globes flew back and forth among themselves and fought vehemently with each other for over an hour. And when the conflict in and again out of the sun was most intense, they became fatigued to such an extent that they all, as said above, fell from the sun down upon the earth as if they all burned, and then they wasted away on the earth with immense smoke. Not only was this incident reported in the broadsheet paper, though an actual woodcut engraving by noted engraver Hans Glaser, also a resident of Nuremberg, shows the occurrence in graphic detail. Despite hundreds of people witnessing this event firsthand, some skeptics centuries later have speculated this event was none other than a sundog apparition. A sundog is an atmospheric optical phenomenon consisting of a bright spot on one or both sides of the sun. Obviously, this does not explain hundreds of black and red shapes in the sky above Nuremberg that morning, let alone any of the other occurrences witnessed by hundreds. Basel, modern-day Switzerland, July and August 1566. Amazingly, during this time period, a sky spectacle similar to the mass sighting of 1561 AD occurred in Basel, located just 200 miles southwest of Nuremberg. Once again, witnesses report numerous black and red shapes engaged in sky combat overhead. This occurred over a period of several sunrises and sunsets. One source gives the dates as July 27th, 28th, and August 7th, 1566 AD. Here is part of a translated quote from a broadsheet at that time describing these occurrences. At the dawn of August the 7th, we saw large black spheres coming in and going with great speed and precision before the sun and chattered as if they led a fight. Many of them were fiery red and soon crumbled and then extinguished. Similar to the Nuremberg incident, modern-day researchers can offer no conclusive explanation beyond speculations like mass hysteria. Some point to the fact that in both cases these events were thought to be a miracle or warnings from God. However, at a time when sewers and indoor plumbing were beyond explanation, let alone modern technology, how else would a 16th century person describe these celestial events? The Miracle of the Snow, 1428 to 1432 AD. Here is one of the most astonishing paintings from medieval times which shows unexplained celestial objects, its theme being a legendary August snowfall in 4th century Rome. Hovering in the clouds above, it seems Jesus and Mary are watching an event, though behind them are numerous floating objects in the shape of discs. Some skeptics say these are just lenticular clouds, though the exacting detail used by this artist discounts such a simplistic explanation. To modern eyes, this appears a classic interpretation of unidentified aerial phenomena. The Madonna with Saint Giovannino, 15th century AD. This fascinating medieval painting is commonly attributed to Domenico Ghirlandaio, though it has also been attributed to Jacopo da Solaio and Sebastiano Menardi. Researchers and viewers alike have focused great attention on the airborne unidentified object in the top right corner, looking behind Madonna's shoulder. Even in the painting, a man's gaze is captivated by this object, his dog clearly upset by its presence. Some speculate that Madonna appears to shield an infant Jesus and St. John from the presence of this unidentified object. Is it just religious symbolism of celestial events or much more? Visit the Palazzo Vecchio in Florence, where it is currently located, and judge for yourself. Thank you for watching this episode of Medieval Revealed. We show regular episodes to reveal the wonder of medieval times to the modern mind. So please remember to like, subscribe, share, and reveal the knowledge of the medieval period for the benefit of everyone. Thank you.